Welcome, welcome. So I know there's nobody on here right now, but if you do watch this, I'm gonna just start off real quick by introducing the goal with the Zab Lab. Just a fun, quirky name, nothing too crazy. But the goal is really just for you guys to see what's up here. I like to do these sessions, on my own accord, but doing it live, I think, is a really cool opportunity to get to know Eric and I. Eric will probably even be on these sometimes for sure, but the goal is to do it every single Thursday, as long as I don't have anything going on. But doing as much as I can at this time, so 6 p.m. PST. And it's a lab. It's for me to cook. It's for me to just like have creative flow. Anywhere between 30 to an hour, I would say. Nothing too crazy. But the goal again is just to provide value. Today, I want to spend time, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. But let me actually show you. I have a famous dog. His name is Walter. And we've been just subtly building an audience for him, I guess is what you can say. That wasn't the intention by all means. The intention was just to have fun. Like, he does quirky shit all the time. And all we do is just post like silly videos of him. Like, literally, like, look at this, 10.6 million, 67.4 million. And I want to build a brand for him. I mean, that's my specialty. I build brands for a living. That's where I make all of my money. So the goal today is just to I'm going to show you a series of prompts that I kind of go through with AI that helps with this creative flow and this ideation process. So we're going to really just start off by like even as simple as asking it like, "Hey, I have a famous dog. What do you need to know from him to get all the information that you need in order for us to start building a brand?" Um, but yeah, the goal is just to like have zero structure, zero flow. Some other ideas that I have for this is just like an AMA, right? Ask me anything on top of that as well. Like, I always see cool stuff on social media. So testing those things, is it like cap or is it real? Is it legit? So again, just having flow. You'll probably see me on my phone texting people. Like, the goal is just to be live with you and to just have fun as if this was like not even alive. Like, that's the goal. It's just for you guys to see how I operate, how I flow, my reactions to things like that. You won't probably hear me talk a ton. I'll try to share as much as I can, but yeah, again, the goal is just to have some fun with it. So let's dive into it. ChatGPT 5. I actually haven't even hopped on this today, but I think this got released today, so that's super exciting. I'm gonna share my screen here, and feel free to for you guys to use the chat function. I kept that open, and that way you guys can take a look at it. Ask any questions, things like that. I'll share my window here. Okay, cool. That was trippy for a second. Okay. So I I'm pretty much gonna tell it what I just told you guys. Like, I've been building an audience for my dog, Walter. He is an English bulldog dog. He has amassed 160,000 followers across his platforms. I want to build a brand that I can launch online, Amazon, and direct to customer. Please ask me a series of 5 questions. Let's go 10 questions that you need answers to learn about Walter and to consider for ideas to start a product-based brand and actual product. Okay, so number 1, personality and signature traits, content and story themes. Audience profile. Who makes up most of Walter's audience? Are they mostly bulldog owners, general dog lovers, pet parents obsessed with aesthetics, or mix? Are they US based or international? Walter's lifestyle, humor versus heart, niche and differentiation, product scope, branding style, long-term vision, Amazon strategy. Cool. So let's just go through this and let's literally, I'm just going to put any, I don't want to get too crazy here. I just want them to have enough information realistically. So personality and signature traits. What are Walter's most recognizable quirks, habits, or personality traits that his followers already love, associate with him? For example, sleeping in weird positions, airing out, food possession. I already kind of went through a little bit of a rabbit hole here, so it kind of knows a little bit. But yeah, number one is he tends to bark at random objects. Or I say foreign objects that he has not seen before. Things like water bottles, dog gates, chairs that are in his way. He loves to sleep in weird positions, often airing out his nuts. What else does he do? What else has he gone viral for? He loves to eat treats, has never missed a meal in his life, tilts his head to anything interesting sounding. Cool. I think that's good. 2, content and story themes. Which type of content tends to go viral? Funny, relatable moments, product reviews, lifestyle, educational, dog care. Funny, relatable moments, trending, viral content that is copied. Say a little bit of lifestyle for sure as well. 3, audience profile. So let's actually go into his profile and see what his audience is like, at least in the past 30 days. Okay. So countries, United States, 40%. 40%. UK, 30%. Brazil, interesting. 7.5%. Canada, 3.5%. Australia, 3.1% are the top 5. Common cities. New York, London, Paulo, Melbourne, Australia. And then on top of that, I would say, let's go 25 to 34, 15.9%. 35 to 44, 25.1%. 45 to 54, this is interesting, 25.5%. That's the biggest, 25.55%. 55 to 64, 16.9%. And then 65 plus, we have 10.8%. Super interesting. And then we also have 72.8% woman, 27.2% male. And then I would say most of the people that follow are, I mean, bulldog owners for sure, general dog pet lovers. And then I also just say like people that love dogs, but general dog lovers are on there. Cool. Just quickly see if there's anything over here. Okay, cool. So number 4, Walter's lifestyle. What parts of Walter's day life stands out as a unique and brandable? Specific routines, favorite toys, travel, health struggles, pampering, stubbornness. I'm just going to answer a few of the ones that are in there, but pampering and stubbornness, eating for sure, king of the couch energy, sleeping for sure. Routines, we don't really share too much of that, unfortunately, but it's something that we're trying to do more of. So I'm not going to put that in there. And I would just say his looks, like people love him for his looks. I also think airing by sleeping in weird positions. This is where he goes viral. So I just have to mention that. Humor versus heart. Do you see brand leaning more into humor and cheeky products, heartwarming and emotional connection, or a mixture of both? Heartwarming and emotional connection. I don't think so. To humor and cheeky products and products that provide benefits to dogs, I would say. 6, niche and differentiation. Do you want Walter's brand to focus specifically on English bulldogs, problems, wrinkle care, joint support, or be broader appeal to all dog owners? I would say all dog owners. With a product line for bulldogs. 7, product scope. Do you prefer to launch physical products, treats, grooming accessories, human lifestyle products, apparel, mugs, stationery? See, physical products. And I would definitely get into supplements, consumables, things like that. Branding style. Should Walter's brand feel luxury and premium, or definitely playful and quirky for sure? And then 9, long term. Is the goal to create a small niche brand around Walter's identity to build a scalable pet/lifestyle brand? Yes, absolutely. And then 10, Amazon. Do you envision your first launch as an Amazon first product, build for ranking in FBA sales, a direct-to-consumer launch via Walter's audience? I would say D2C through the audience with presence Amazon. But yeah, I wouldn't be taking an approach that I typically take where I'm more so looking at. I'm just going to share real quick, and I'm just going to share my tab instead. That way I can go back and forth. I'm going to ask for a design here just so I can conceptualize what this is. While this happens, I'm just going to plug in my camera. Cool. So this is super interesting because I never would have thought of putting it in like a little squeeze pack. But the positioning of this would be the fact that you can put them inside of like, and I get a ton of these toys. Walter's sponsored by this company called Bully Make, and we get these toys that pretty much that is actually really cool. So we get these toys that are for like, you can put treats in them and they just help with like calming, I guess. So this would be a really cool idea. What else do we come up with here? Wrinkle Bomb. I mean, this is super relevant for Walter because he's got so much wrinkles. He literally just went through the worst, like we took him to the lake and he went through the worst hot spots because they're just like rubbing all the time with his fat. It's comical at this point, but it was bad. Like we had to treat it. Training treat nibbles, small low calorie nut shaped treats for high frequency training, could double up as an Amazon keyword for training treats. Plush squeaky nuts, Walter Nuts nut toss fetch toy, nut sack wipes. Oh my god, that is genius. Wipes for, that is actually genius. Creating wipes for his wrinkles, position for nutsack plus more. Air out bed, orthopedic memory foam bed designed for splayed sleeping. Because sometimes you gotta let him breathe. Oh my god, this is so good. Walter's Nuts, nut lounge blanket. Another thing that I thought of here. That could be a good one to go off of too, that I thought about in the past. Just want to get some information on it. But working off of this, right? Training treat nibbles. I mean, these are all really good ideas. Walter grain freeze. Probably wouldn't go with that. I think this is a great idea. I'm just going to start documenting this. Yeah, I think this is a really good idea. That's a super natural product to be able to sell. Calming chews as well. I'd probably even make them peanut butter, to be quite honest with you. With these things, like how do you make them taste like peanut butter with all the benefits in it? Easy. Training treat nibbles. Walter is such a puller and we still don't have him trained. So I think that's super relevant. And I think we can do some cool content on that. And that's how I'm thinking as well. Like, how do we integrate all this stuff into his actual content itself? Wrinkle Bomb, absolutely. Nutsack wipes. I love nutsack wipes. I think that's a freaking genius idea. There's so much good ones here. What else we got here? I think toys is too. I mean, that would be peanuts, walnuts, pistachios. I think that's an easy one to get into. This one is genius. Nut lounge blanket, weighted or ultra soft blanket with a nut pattern or cheeky branding. Could bundle up with lounging kits. I think that's a good idea as well. Weighted blanket specifically. I know how big that is. Getting that into the dog market, like why the hell not? Okay, so we also had the nutsack idea. Nutsack treat stick concept. What it is, a silicone or fabric treat pouch shaped like a pair of nuts that clips onto a leash, bag, or belt for trying design and shape. Create the design for this product. So my this is what I first, and ever since AI came about, it was always really hard for me to conceptualize ideas, and I've always been a creative thinker. So with ChatGPT, like as soon as I see something, I'm like, okay, the best way to really conceptualize it is to actually visualize it. So I always ask for designs. Like we get this pretty quick now, and it's getting better and faster all the time. Walter's nutsack. And it's funny because he's neutered, so he actually doesn't have any nuts. Yeah, something like this. Silicone. Let's see a canvas option. That's not what I want to see. Let's go back here. Canvas concept, so I took it a little bit differently here. One sec. So while this loads, the products that I really want to dive further in is Walter's Nut Butter, Calming Chews, Training Treat Nibbles, Wrinkle Balm, Nut Sack Wipes, Air Out Bed. Like even more specifically, like I would do like Air Out Bed. I would do the Nut Sack Wipes. I'd do the Nut Butter. And then I would do the treat pouch. A couple consumables, a couple more like very branded products. Okay, so this is a more canvas option. But the cool thing about something like this is this thing will not cost a lot of money at all. I can source it from China for sure. The consumables will go domestically in the United States for that. Yeah. Let's take a look at can you develop I'm going to share my window here. I'm going to find so these are I'm just documenting stuff here pretty much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search up like even like our dog pet logos or dog brand logos just to get some inspiration. But let's create a logo for Walter's Nuts. Something like that is cool. I like that text a lot, specifically. I probably won't include his face because then I'm really, putting him everywhere. And if we are considering a rebrand in the future, doesn't make too much sense. I actually really like what they're kind of doing here, where like they just have like Walter's Nuts as text. Okay. Can you knowing information that develop customer persona that would purchase Walter's products. Please give it a name. The persona, a name I can reference. And I'm going to ask it for a color palette. I mean, the color palette I probably would want to keep similar to Walter's colors. Paige the Pampering Dog Mom. 37, Austin, Texas, $95,000 per year. Female, 30 to 45, household, dual income, pet-centric home, treats her dogs like a child, humor, a lot of good stuff here. Buying motivations, pain points, Walter's product fit, nutsack treat case. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask it. Also for page nut brown, peanut tan. Let's go find a couple more dog logos that I like. Kong. It's a pretty iconic brand. And even something like this, like super simple. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, now that I have this with the palette, please reference the logos attached for inspo and develop a logo for and what I'll typically do, I mean, the AI is getting design AI is getting so good. Sometimes it gives me good references, but what I'll do is I'll get inspiration from this, and then what I'll do is I'll hire a designer and get it prettied up. But sometimes it's damn good. Like I'm not gonna lie. And if you're willing to spend like this is gonna take me 2 minutes. If you're willing to spend an hour going back and forth with the AI, you will get a good design on this. Ooh, I love the colors for sure. I would prefer a logo without the face. Can we somehow incorporate a nut shape into the A? The text is simple, but it's too simple in my eyes. So let's see what happens here. And I definitely don't want the face on there. Reading some of Walter's comments is so freaking funny. It's hilarious. Listen to this. They wreck my nerves. Mine sleeps all day, then gets up begging for food like he built the Empire State Building. If you guys don't follow Walter, make sure you do. At Walter, here, let me go to Instagram. Saw someone follow on Instagram. Just looking at him, he's the cutest little boy ever, or I should say big boy. That doesn't really look like a peanut. You make the A look more like a peanut. I wonder if I can find, like, I like this. I kind of like this all lowercase type vibe. Or put a peanut inside the E, for example. I'm even just going to go A shaped. Nope. We might not get anywhere with this then. Let's see what they give us. What we'll do next week is I think we'll dive through some of these products. Do a little bit of split testing, which you can do straight to ChatGPT nowadays. So I'm going to split test and kind of see all in this thread. I'm going to just dive into and figure out like what would be a couple, maybe 2 or 3 products that we can launch out of the gates, and then dive into them. Really start to learn the good, the bad, start doing some research, things like that. Okay, that's really not looking good. Can you recreate this logo? I like the colors. Colors, no face, but give me a new text option. I kind of want something that has like, the text being in a way either maybe not quirky like this, but cohesion. Like this is very cohesive. I wouldn't even mind the text being like all connected in some way. Soon enough, this will be like seconds to populate. Okay. Something different here. Okay, they took the L and they made it interesting. I still don't love it, and I'm not going to waste any more time on this. But, the goal with the logo at least is to get inspiration in my eyes. We're working on some more comprehensive prompts, but I don't know how much sauce I can give you guys when it comes to that. But we're on to something. Cool thing is, I think the palette is pretty dialed. I'm going to copy and paste this. Playful premium. Love that. Okay, cool. I think we'll call it there for today. Good progress, a lot of ideation, which is great. But yeah, guys, every Thursday, 6 p.m., or at least every Thursday, I can tell you in 2 weeks from now, I'll be at Amazon's HQ doing a workshop with them. So I won't be available, unfortunately. But next week, definitely I'll be on here. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Peace out.